Happy Memorial Day. Time 11:53 a.m. 5/26, 2014. Everybody's enjoying their barbecues and whatnot. One of the things that we would like to bring to your attention is Priceline. And Priceline has probably been one of the best stocks ever. And the reason why I say that, because way back here in 1999, where I was, I'm going to draw that trend line so you can see the history of Priceline. And here it is, MMTs and my MMTs around the world. We have a lot of people from around the world who love SMF because they know that they are going to get what they need here. And the thing about it is, we talked about this top was a top, and it was a blow-off top on a monthly. And over here in 1999, we started the same downtrend, but 1999 was different. And that Priceline for all these years, we're in a trading range, and Priceline right here, right here is what I'm going to say. In 2002, we would buy the dips all the time. I mean, give me a break. Do you even know what the stock was back in 2003? I was there. I was there. I'm going to show you. Look at that. You're talking about $6.77? Give me a break. That was a great buy, especially after it went through all the volatility that it had to go through from that major reversal. But here's the thing. The thing is overbought. We said it was a short up there, and the character of all of these overbought stocks look like a major top reversal in the calendar 2014 that I called before the year even started. And you heard me. I called it before the year even started about these ranges and about the volatility, and we're not wrong at all. And once again, I can say that you can go here to stockmarketfunding.com, and what you can do in this case, I'm going to type in Priceline, PCLN, and I'm going to hit enter on my thing. And I've got Priceline here. I've got Priceline in different things here, Priceline here. I've got all of the data on Priceline going back in all the years that we've covered it and traded it, and it's been one of the best investments ever. You only get them, like that. That stock will never see that again. So go here, type that in, go to trading, click on the free trial tab. Right here, free trial, 5 days. Open an account. Bam! Get that account open. Go through the content. Hit open an account. We're going to give you buying power. Yes, we are. We're going to give you buying power. It takes money to trade Priceline. So if you start with a $10,000 account, I'm going to give you $150,000 intraday. The big guys that I got, well, they're in the excessive part of anywhere from $1.5 to $5 million at the end of the day. Now, I have given you the recipe. And that recipe is to get with stock market funding, get over here, sit here through 5 days, and watch what we do, just like you read these videos. This stock is always a leader. And not always does it collapse right in the first phases, but there are characteristics to this bull. And when I say bull, I mean bull here at the 10-month moving average at 1139. Now, what I also said was that Priceline was a short in this month right here. In this month, it was $1,378. The January effect, which it did, it came down here to $1,113 on the low. That was the low. And then from this point on, in the month of February, we traded up from 1103 to what? 1375 on that high. And now, this stock over here has had a monthly reversal in March, another reversal in the month of April, The stock once again had that reversal. You opened at 1203, you were at 1276 on the high, and you dropped to 1107.27 right here. Now let's check this out. Notice that the highs are a lot lower and testing major support levels that got walked up for a pump and a dump. And I'm just going to put this trend line right here for everybody. I want to make sure that you got that low of this bar and that high. And this bar is the major bar in November, the month of November. And we're testing that. We made a lower low in price line. And that price line, you could trade the put options. And I'm just going to blow this part up a little bit more. And I'm telling you, on a monthly level, we did it perfectly right. Buddy, this stock, if you do the math, you do the math. Because I'm going to tell you, this high, 1375, February, 1378 to 156, 1378 down to what? Oh, how about that? 1087 on that wick. And basically, you got that bull testing this 10-month moving average. But hold on. Here's the good thing about it. All right. I'm sorry. This is Priceline Daily Chart. It's been oversold for quite a while. It's got major resistance levels coming up off the bottom. Every bottom that it comes up off of, because it's so overbought, that it has to come down. And this is a daily chart. Now, I'm going to take you over to the 1085 calls that you could have bought. When this stock went down on this monthly level, there's not a lot of contracts traded on this. But I will just show you one that you could probably relate to. Let's go to the 1100 call. Now, you can see here that you could have bought these calls down here. They were $45 on the low. And they were, where they dropped, we were up here at $153 a contract. And this is the call side that's gone straight up at $50 a contract up to 101. And that is the call right there. Now, let's deal with up and out of the money at 1120 call. And it has a little bit of history to it. And that's what the bottom was. Believe it or not, these contracts could have been bought at $39 and they're trading at $80 on the calls right now. That was that bounce that Priceline was doing right here at the 10-month moving average. How do you like that? Hey, let's also go to the 1150 call. Here it is. The 1150 call, you can clearly see where it was. You can see how that call gapped down. But then this was the bottom right around $30, and it's doubled in value. Now, where Priceline closed, which it had a closing bell of $11.97. Now, I'm going to go over here, and I'm telling you, I'm going to look at that $1,200 put. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because of one reason. We have to have the short side in play. The $1,200 put is going to be right here, right now. And I'm going to tell you that this $1,200 put is slightly in the money, but I'm going to tell you this is the trade on the put side, the short side. The put options are coming into play right now. And listen, this was great. You got to realize one thing. These were $109 per contract. And you could see how they got chopped. And the last highs right up in here, well, I'm sorry to tell you, that was $101. Now we're down here at $35. Now, MMT, that's a $1,200 put. That's slightly in the money. This is the primary focus when Priceline, where that low was right here, we can clearly see that wick, boy, everybody was covering. Look at the long part of that. The bottom of that, like I said, was around 1087, and it came up here to 1162, and we're right back, right below the 1200 area now. That's a $1,200 put that's deflated on the monthly January. Now, we're going to also look at where if this stock wanted to pull back, which it will go out of the money below the market. We can clearly see that this is a 1880 put based on, I already showed you the cost of the others. These were marked down $9. They were 33. They opened at 33. They make the low at 24. That was a $10 almost lower low. And this is at 1180 put below the market. And listen, 99% of you people have never even seen a call or put chart. And for option traders, they're, like they're gamblers, and you don't want to do that. So get together with stock market funding. This is the deflated side below the market on 1180 put. I can tell you that. Let's look at the 1190, which is out of the money by $7. This contract is deflated, and this is where we're going to look at getting these purchases. You got to remember though, that we told you back in this month. We did tell you it was going to be a big buy on the low side. Now you got that reversal bar on a monthly level. And you got these lows right here are testing that 10-month. And it's very bullish. But listen, that's a rising 10-month. When we hit these resistance levels up here, we're going to be figuring out, we already made a fortune on it now. But there is the call side, and here is the put side. So when I show you the 1190 call, slightly in the money, you can see where that call was. Wow. $14 to $36. Yeah. And this is a June 14th. Now, these calls got extremely deflated. They popped the bubble at $100 per contract. They popped the bubble. Yes, they did at $83 a contract. Yes, they did. They popped the bubble at $63 a contract. And yes, every time they pop the bubble at what price? Well, 30 and a quarter. What price here? $13. What a nice way to get a $20 gain using the SMF call options that are now slightly in the money with Priceline, and how to trade the calls off of the bottom with our original short. We're short, but we're long also, because we know that we're not going to get that $1,300 put back. We know it. So we are forced, when it gets support level, we are forced to ring the cash register. Why that short position is what? Way above the market. Yes, it is. And that is the conclusion right now on the call side, where you buy and sell, so that way you don't lose that much money on your paper value of the $1,300 put. Yeah, you heard me. And you know I said it. And this is the price line. This is that put option. And it's the call side versus the put side, see? So 1190 is good. Oh, you're going to really love this one. How about this one? The 1185 call. Look at that, baby. Look at how these calls went straight down. Yeah, you like it and I like it. It's great money. Priceline.com. Monthly chart. Well, I'm sorry, you got support level there and it bounced. And there is a major reversal. If you got the put options up here, you got to trade the calls off the bottom and keep that one running. That's the end of Priceline. .com with the call and the put strategies and whatnot. I mean, I can go right back over here and buy a 1175 put, which is, way out of the money. But look at here. It's at 2260. This contract was up here at 100. That's the 1175. That is out of the money almost 25 points. Based on what? That support level right here. And that 1175, like I said, can be traded. There it is at 22. And there's Priceline. Calls and put strategy. Priceline, major reversal, support at the 10-month. End of the story.